A local senior shares her story after thwarting an attempted grandparent scam. Good evening and thank you for joining us. I'm Ryan Benazzo. Telephone scams targeting the elderly have been a growing problem for years in Thunder Bay. The latest incident involved a grandmother who thankfully saw the red flags and didn't fall for it. And she's hoping nobody else does either. Joey Langdon joins us in studio after speaking with her earlier today. Joey.
Thank you, Ryan. We met 97-year-old Laura Hunley at her Northside home, where she recounted the story about an alleged grandson needing $6,000 to get out of jail. City police say she's not alone and that these scams can be incredibly realistic and frightening.
He said, Grandma, please help me. Don't tell anybody. Promise me you won't tell anybody. I said, no, dear, I won't tell anybody. I said, what's the matter? He said, I'm in jail.
Laura Hunley was woken up on the morning of November 26th to that distressing call, allegedly by her grandson. Shortly after, the scammer passed the phone to a supposed Thunder Bay police officer, who told Hunley that she needed to come up with $6,000 in bail money in cash for her grandson. Hunley figured it out after the scammers told her to go to the bank and to meet at the ATM.
Well, when he first told me to take a taxi, the cops don't tell you to take a taxi if they want you to do something for them, I don't think. That was another thing. And no, it just didn't sound right somehow or other. At first, when I thought it was Landon, it sure sounded okay, because he sounded so much like my grandson. My daughter just lives around the corner there, so I called Mackenzie, and when she got to the door, she said, Grandma, it has to be a scam.
City police estimate that they get new reports at least weekly about scammers calling seniors to convince them a loved one is in danger, usually adding some reason not to tell anybody about it, as to prevent the victim from reaching out to friends and family that could warn about the fraud. Police say that in these situations to contact police immediately.
Is if you're the police, please give me your phone number, ask for the badge number, and then get that number if they're willing to give it, and call that number back. The officers basically say that don't take any of that information is all scam, and to please contact the police with that information so we can follow up that information to validate whether it's a phone number, because lots of phones numbers now come across the internet as voice over IP, and we'll validate that information.
I just think you should hang up and phone a relative right away, and if they phone back again, then get help in right away. Don't try to talk to them yourself. If you don't think it's real, hang up. Well, I know the police in this city, the way it is, are run off their feet, but still in all, us old people need some help too when we need it. So, you should be able to call the police.
Hunley is sharing her story to warn other seniors about the grandparent scam. The Thunder Bay Police website keeps an updated list of frauds and scams that may be circulating in the city. Joey Langdon, TBT News.
Last confirmed sighting, family members of Alex Lawson issued another public plea today. They joined Thunder Bay police investigators as they continue trying to learn what happened to him. The family gathered near Grandview Arena across from the apartment building that he lived in. The 65-year-old's last known appearance on video was leaving that building in the evening hours of November 27, 2022. His daughter, Kimberly Lawson, calls these past 3 years heartbreaking for her family. Both she and city police are urging anyone with new information regarding his whereabouts to step forward.
We continue to work on the investigation as new information or new tips come in. We've been following up those leads. We've had some information over the last year come in that our dedicated missing persons officers have been following up on. And unfortunately, at this point, they've been deemed as unfounded and hasn't brought us any further to try and find Alex at this point.
He left his apartment that Sunday evening and never returned. His bank account, OHIP, and NIHB coverage remain inactive. A year has passed since our last media plea for information, and we stand here again asking for help. If you know anything regarding our dad's disappearance, please do the right thing and come forward.
A $15,000 reward remains in place for anyone who can help locate Lawson by calling Thunder Bay Police or Crime Stoppers. A Fort William First Nation home suffered modest fire damage but heavy smoke damage after a blaze broke out yesterday afternoon. Firefighters observed smoke coming out of the eaves of the Wolf Court home when they arrived on scene just before 2 o'clock. A second alarm was called, sending more pumpers and an aerial ladder to attack the flames. The fire was knocked down and a thorough search of the residence was conducted. The cause of the fire is under investigation. Fire officials haven't said if anyone was injured. A GoFundMe campaign has been set up for the family of an Oliver Papoonge man who died in a motorcycle accident earlier this week. The fatal collision occurred around 4 o'clock Monday afternoon on Highway 61 near the Hannah Road intersection. The driver of the motorcycle passed away at the scene. He's now been identified as 58-year-old Paul Eric Binderup, a pilot for Orange. He left behind a wife and 3 daughters. The GoFundMe page was created to help the family financially during this difficult time. The campaign has already raised more than $18,000 toward its $20,000 goal. Versorium Energy has decided to push the pause button on its plans for a natural gas power plant at the corner of Central Avenue and Maureen Street. The company has decided to wait to submit its proposal to the Independent Electricity System Operator until its next window for new energy contracts in 2026. The 31-megawatt project was previously endorsed by the city's Standing Committee on Growth in October and was scheduled for a vote at Tuesday's City Council meeting. But in this letter to Council, the company says it's been refining the project's design to fit within a smaller footprint, which has affected the capacity to provide heat to local businesses. The company adds it doesn't want to rush the design work or negotiations to meet the current procurement timeline and will return to City Council at a later date. The Ford government is appointing an administrator to take over the province's real estate regulator. The move is in response to a scandal at the Real Estate Council of Ontario. As CTV's Siobhan Morris tells us, a protest was held outside Queen's Park today.
Months of frustration brought realtors to Queen's Park, demanding answers and action on the iPro Realty and Real Estate Council of Ontario mess.
I have never, since 1989, seen a fiasco, a scandal like this.
In May, iPro's founders pulled $10 million out of the brokerage's trust account. The regulator, RICO, didn't get involved or freeze assets until August.
We believe in protecting our clients. We ask that someone finally protects us too.
The Minister of Public and Business Service Delivery and Procurement has seen enough, appointing an administrator to take control of RICO. Writing to the Council Friday, I have concluded that decisive action is required, noting that an audit completed this month raises concerns about RICO's ability to restore public confidence in the real estate services sector and protect consumers during one of the largest purchases of their lives. What's not clear is when realtors will get the commission they've been waiting on, frozen in a trust fund.
I am still owed $50,000. We live paycheck to paycheck. I had to take out a loan just to cover our basic bills.
Brian Thompson is waiting on $75K. The father of an 18-month-old has taken out a line of credit, but it's not a lasting solution.
We have to pay bill, pay gas. We still have to serve clients. We still have to buy gift for them when they got the house and on other expenses.
Expenses that cannot wait.
I have lost my confidence.
While the financial hit stings.
I care more about the future, what this is going to do to the profession. I want people to be punished.
Justice and wholesale changes to prevent more pain down the road. At Queen's Park, Siobhan Morris, CTV News.
The former McKellar Place Seniors residence has undergone a year of major changes, including new owners and a new name, Vickers Manor. It's all part of an effort to improve conditions at the aging facility. TBT News was invited for a first-hand look at the work the new owners have done inside the building and what they expect the future to look like. Jaden Billick has the story.
The new ownership took over the building earlier this year. And although the new signs aren't up yet, the former McKellar Place has been rebranded as Vickers Manor, a name voted on by the residents. The company inherited a building that served as McKellar Hospital until 2004 and was then converted into a seniors' home. In recent years, the aging facility has faced maintenance challenges and various complaints about food service, broken elevators, bed bugs, and electrical issues. But after months of work to bring the property back to a reliable standard, Executive Director Venetia J says the focus now is to keep improving.
So it was rough in the beginning, right? It's never easy transitioning from one owner to the other, and having that uncertainty, I think, could really be tough. Right now, we have so much support, and we've kind of figured out what needs to be done on a daily as well as monthly and long term. So as long as we're on top of that, things have been running smoothly, especially with the renovations and doing the upgrades to systems, and just the facility overall has really helped.
Recent upgrades include almost 120 newly renovated rooms, complete with laminate flooring, refreshed common and library areas, and the full repair of the building's elevators and electrical system after multiple outages. Grace Burke has lived at Vickers Manor for the past 4 years and shares her perspective watching the changes.
Oh, I wouldn't be anyplace else, but there was some ups and downs for a while, but I'm quite comfortable. I've never really had anything to really complain about. I mean, it was some troubled times there for a while, but I think it's all back on track now.
Dwayne McNish is a general manager and has been at Vickers Manor for roughly 8 months. He says there have been a lot of improvements from when he first started in the midst of the transition phase.
For years it was in a state like when it was previously made, so upgrading the facility has been wonderful, and the feedback has been good. I'm the facility manager, so I do improvements in case there's anything broken. That's me. I'll take care of that and whatever other services. But what makes my day is meeting with the residents.
We have a great team right now. I really do believe that each one of our staff genuinely cares about the residents. They're always available. They're always there to help. So letting go of the baggage and building these new relationships and supporting and listening and kind of creating that environment that they feel like is home is the goal.
Jay says additional improvements will be made to the building for better quality of life for the Vickers Manor residents. And next year, residents will have access to a new in-house diagnostics clinic. Jaden Billick, TBT News.
The Thunder Bay Art Gallery now has another 35 authentic Norval Morrisseau paintings and drawings in its permanent collection, thanks to a major donation. It comes from the Sharon and Ken Wendt Joint Partner Trust. Ken Wendt, who died last year, was a lawyer, a one-time city councilor, and a personal friend of Morrisseau. A celebration was held last night. Jessica Clement was there.
The art gallery celebrated a new exhibit Thursday night, featuring 35 woodland-style artworks of the late Norval Morrisseau. Executive Director Matthew Hills says the collection sheds new light on the life and legacy of the world-renowned artist.
There are a series of various paintings and drawings from a key point in Morrisseau's career. And with this gift, this generosity from the Wendt family, it means that we have one of the deepest and most comprehensive holdings of Norval Morrisseau works in the world. For us, it's so important that these cultural treasures stay in our community and stay in our region.
Called Copper Thunderbird survives with the help of the water spirits. The exhibit features authentic works from the personal collection of the late Ken Wendt, a local lawyer and former city councilor. Trustee Michael Harris says, at first, they weren't sure what to do with the collection.
We decided that this was something that needed to be shared with as many people as could see it. That's what Ken would have wanted. And as I mentioned, that would be a big part of his legacy. And so we got rid of that notion to sell them. Didn't want them ended up in a private collection.
Among the paintings was an over 10-foot-long birch bark scroll featuring various drawings and sketches by Morrisseau.
We don't actually have a case big enough to hold and display it, so throughout the run of the exhibition, our staff and handling very carefully, because it's quite a fragile object, is rotating it through so people get a chance to see the different images and different renderings throughout.
Thursday's event brought out Wendt's family and friends, giving them the chance to see the collection on display.
Most of these were in my childhood house my entire life, so it's really nice to see, and it's definitely what he's always wanted.
Went's daughter and granddaughter highlighted his friendship with Morisseau, saying his paintings were the only ones Went collected.
He always spoke really highly of Norval and their working relationship, and as a lawyer and as a friend, as an artist, so it just makes sense that he would collect his work.
The exhibit will be on display until April. Jessica Clement, TBT News.
It's the final Friday of the month, and that means the Thunder Bay Regional Health Sciences Foundation has made another millionaire through the wildly popular Thunder Bay 50-50 draw. Ignace's Dennis Wilson got the call from Foundation CEO Glenn Craig.
You know what we do Fridays at 11 a.m.?
Yeah, okay.
We call the winner of the Thunder Bay 50-50.
I'm waiting.
Dennis, you are the winner of the November Thunder Bay 50-50, and you are a multi-millionaire.
Oh, that's great news, I'll tell you. Can't believe it.
The exact number, if you want to know, is $2,130,175 to be precise.
Awesome. Well, that sure made my day.
Well, I hope it makes your year.
Dennis wasn't going to get ahead of Glenn Craig there. Wilson said he's always seen buying tickets as a win-win given how much money the 50-50 raises for the regional hospital. Tickets are on sale now for next month's draw, which includes a guaranteed $2.5 million grand prize, but Hospital Foundation officials expect to blow past that number. Last year's December jackpot hit $6.4 million. Yeah, and there's a lot of things in the works for next month as well. They expect to fly past that $6.4 million from last year as well, so we will see how things shake out. All right.
I look forward to cashing in my ticket.
Yeah, well, no, you're going to have to fight me for that ticket. Yeah, we already had this discussion yesterday. Let's turn our attention to the weather now, something that we can agree on. What do you have for us?
We agree on the weather?
Yeah, this is
highly unusual.
I'm so agreeable.
Highly unusual. Today in Thunder Bay, it was a pretty gray day, a lot of cloud, but things a little bit calmer. Elsewhere in the region, the brunt of the system has moved out, but it's still having its little tentacles of the system still stretching out, being felt. Here in Thunder Bay, we had mostly cloudy skies, a low of -10, a high of -5, and wind chills were ranging from -18 in the early morning hours to -10 this afternoon. Winds are starting to calm down, but in other places, a little bit more activity. We still got a lot of snow, well, maybe not a lot of snow, a lot of flurries happening to the northern regions of northwestern Ontario. And once again, just like yesterday, temperature's not really moving very much over the last 12 hours or so. These temperatures that you see here might have fluctuated a degree or two during that time. So Red Lake has been between -13 and -11 all day. Wind chills making it feel a little bit cooler there. Fort Frances is at -9 at this hour and a wind chill of -11, so minimal winds, clouds there along Dryden, Upsala, and into Armstrong and Greenstone. Similar temperatures again, although wind chills north of Lake Superior are hovering around -15. Sault Ste. Marie, still quite blustery. They are still closer to the center of this system, so they've had another day full of snow and blowing snow. So -3 feels like -9 at this time. Here in the city of Thunder Bay tonight, it's going to be another cool one, but seasonally so, a low of -12 and wind chills of -16. Clear skies, but winds are finally going to be tapering off quite a bit from the west, just 5 to 10 kilometers per hour. We didn't get quite as much sunshine as we had hoped today, Ryan. And we're not going to get as much sunshine as we had hoped for tomorrow either, but it is going to be pretty much a repeat of today, which is somewhat seasonal, dry, and really not a bad end to November as we head into the new month on Monday. So
yeah, and as we push into the official holiday shopping season, I suppose, you don't need the sunshine when you're in the stores picking up gifts for all of your loved ones, of course.